I can definitely relate to the struggle of being a single parent. I remember when I had my first daughter, I was pregnant at 18. I had her at 19. And my family was not happy. They did not want that for me in the sense of what it would mean for my future. But you overcome, so to speak. You make it work. You know, I was going to school full time. I was working full time. Then I also was a new mother as a teenager. The person that I had my eldest daughter with, I thought at the time it was going to be long-term or a lifelong relationship, if you will. But I was 19. So what you think is going to happen at that age, you're truly naive. You really have so much more maturing to do. So that relationship didn't work out. It took us a long time, probably like a strong 10 years to get to a good co-parenting place.
Wow.
There was a lot of toxicity. There was a lot of learning how to communicate. And mind you, we were growing up too. So we were raising a child, but we were also kind of raising ourselves in a sense.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful for the growth that I have with my eldest daughter's father. We went from being in the court system, custody battles,
wow,
child support, which is really draining and really stressful. If you've ever experienced that. If you haven't experienced that, I don't wish that on anybody. So we went through that, we overcame that. And now, I wouldn't say we're friends, but I do have him and his wife over for dinner every once in a while. So it's really healthy now.
Yeah.
I really thank God for that, because everyone doesn't have that outcome. You know, sometimes the toxicity perpetuates. So yeah, being a single mom for the time that I was quite the ordeal. I was really beneficial to have a good support system.
I was going to ask you that.
I had a good support system. I was going to
ask you, did you have family and friends helping out? That's essential for your survival, actually.
Yeah.
So you won't go crazy.
Yes. Support system in the sense that I had a roof over my head, I had food, I had clothes on my back, but I also have this thing where I don't really like to ask for help. I almost don't know how to ask for help.
Okay.
So my family, they kind of wanted me to learn how to be a mother, and I also didn't like relying on them. So there were times where I struggled, where I probably should have reached out a little more.
And you wanted to be independent.
I didn't want anyone to say, oh, well, I did this for you, which we all need somebody to do for us from time to time. But I don't want to say it's pride. It's just something that is not comfortable for me. I really don't like leaning on other people. If I can do it, if I can work for it, if I can earn it, I will try first.
Yes.
And then again, my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, raised me primarily, and she had her eldest child when she was 17. So I think she saw a lot of herself in me, and she was really disappointed. She wanted something else. So she kind of gave me tough love.
I guess she knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And the struggles you were going to go through. And so I think that was the disappointment, because, you know, no one wants their granddaughter or daughter go through the struggle that they went through.
Sure.
Yeah. I was going to ask you something. You mentioned about child support.
Yeah.
And going to court.
Yes.
For child support. And one thing I wanted to say about that, being single versus married, when you're married, I think it's a bit easier, and you get a divorce.
Right.
It's a bit easier for the child support to come, because that's written in your divorce agreement. Whereas if you're single, you have to now take that person to court, prove paternity.
Yeah.
And it's more, I think it's more difficult as a single person versus marriage. Marriage, it's written, you get a divorce, they say, okay, you're responsible for paying this and this and this and this a month. And if you don't do it, you're in contempt of court. But when you're single, you don't have to go take the guy to the court. He could say, that's not my child.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you have to take a paternity test, not unless his name is on the birth certificate.
It was, but I think just to have it documented as well, they did the paternity test.
Wow.
He also went through a bit of pettiness where he was like, that's not my kid. He knew good and well it was his kid.
And that's something you have to look forward to as a single parent. They're going to try their best to get out of the child support. Even if they have to say, they're going to may even try and get the child from you.
Yeah.
So that's a tactic, actually.
Yeah.
They'll try and get the child from you so they don't have to pay you.
It's funny you say that because I was not the petitioner for custody. I was the defendant. So he took me to court for full custody.
He didn't want to pay child support.
He did not want to pay child support. I could also really say I don't think he really wanted full custody.
No.
Sometimes the kids are the pawns, you know, and it's like, I'm going to do this to hurt you.
Yes.
Which is why I was mentioning the toxicity. There was so much toxicity. So I had to, as a single parent, I'm taking time off of work that I can't afford to take off to go all the way to go through the court system. Yeah. I don't wish that on anyone, but it happens.
Another question that I have. When it came to visitation, like you know, you did every other weekend thing, did he come every other weekend?
No. So
why am I not surprised?
No, it's not surprising.
I'm going to tell you why, but go ahead, tell me.
Okay.
Tell us, I'm sorry.
It's like you can almost predict the story, right?
Yes.
So, mind you, I'm the defendant, so I was already the sole custodian. So I'm bathing her, I'm taking her to school, I'm taking her to her doctor's appointments. So to have someone, anyone, even if it's the biological father, come in and say, I want to take this kid away from you. I felt like I had a point to prove, even though I was offended. I'm like, I'm not keeping her from you. I want you to see her. So tell me what schedule works for you. So instead of the weekend, he actually wanted to do Tuesday, Wednesday. I said, any day you want, I will work with you. So what I did was I started keeping a log in like a composition marble type of notebook. When he picked her up, how late he was, if he was late, if he showed up, if he didn't show up at all. When we went back to court, I was able to present to the judge that log, and she saw that he was not taking it seriously. So she dismissed the case.
Sometimes, I'm going to tell you this, sometimes the father may feel that by taking the child, it frees you up to date.
Yeah. They don't want you to date.
They don't want you to date.
They don't want you to move on, which is so weird. I don't get that.
It frees you up so they won't, they're not doing this. I'll take the child from you, because then Tuesday or Wednesday, you can have a Tuesday and Wednesday date.
Any day.
Yes.
My life was going to go on. So with my eldest daughter's father, mind you, we're in a much better place, but in the beginning, he did experience those feelings, I assume, by his actions. He didn't want me to date, and he was more preoccupied with what I was doing as opposed to just keeping it about our daughter. My life went on. I dated. I was single for a little bit, but I did date, and I've been with that same person. We now have 2 children together. We're now engaged. He's a wonderful person. We've had our ups and downs, of course, but I got to proceed with my life despite the hurdles that came from being a single parent, being a teenage mom. I think that as long as you're conscious about what you're doing, you know, I could pinpoint my ex and say, oh, you were this, you were that, but I also had some maturing to do. You can find somebody who will love you and your children.
Yeah, that's true, definitely. But sometimes you can't be having 4 or 5.
Yeah, right. You come with a football team, it's going to be harder. That's for sure.